Hey everyone, it's the Addi Queen, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a checkered board pattern hat. So I went ahead and knit 70 rows. This will be my brim and the inside lining of my hat. I figured, nobody wants to watch me knit 70 rows of black. So once you finish your brim and the inside, you're going to take your working yarn out of the feeder and set it aside. And this is going to be my contrast color. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in my camera so you can see this better. There we go. Scoot that up. So right here, I'm going to tie this red yarn to my working yarn, and you want a really secure knot. So I'm going to triple knot it, pull everything nice and tight. Knot it one more time just for a good measure. All right. That leaves me with this awkwardness, right? And I started to think, the Addi Express machine has 46 needles, and you want all your checkers to be even. The only factors of 46 that come out with two whole numbers, is 2 and 23. So I will have 23 sections of plaid being 2 stitches each. I'm going to start by doing 2 stitches of black right here. I'm going to put this black behind, and now I'm going to do 2 stitches of red. 1, 2. Switch it with the red. 1, 2 stitches of black. Flip. You want to hold the color you're not using pretty tight, by the way. 1, 2 stitches of red. 1, 2 stitches of black. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm going to do this all the way around for one row. 2 black, 2 red. We are nearing the end, my friends. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. And see, now I could switch it back, and go back to doing the block I started with, which is what I'm going to do. I want each of my blocks in the plaid to be 2 stitches high. So I'm going to do another row with exactly what I did. Shoot. Okay guys, I messed up a little bit. See, I went too far. This is a good learning lesson to always count. Since I do want it the same, there we go. 23 is an odd number, which kind of gives you a little bit of a dilemma, because when you do it 2 stitches each, you're going to have this section of 4 that's the same color. That's where I'm stuck a little bit right now. I'm trying to decide, I think I will do 2 blacks right next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and do black for pegs 1 and 2 again. Maybe, there we go. I'm sorry, that was really unprofessional of me. So now we're going to go around and match. 3 and 4 are red. Black, red. Oh, I got caught. There we go. And black. Now we want it to be exactly identical as the row we just did, because we want each of our blocks to be 2 stitches high. 1, 2. We are getting places, guys. All right. Now here is where I had the 2 blacks in a row, so I'm going to do black here. But guess what? This is peg number 1. So I will be starting a new row. So now it's going to be red. I'm going to do red. Now we're going to do the opposite on everything. So what was red is black now. Because we're doing 2 rows the same next to each other, you know. So now what was black is red and what was red is black. After I finish this row, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. That way you can see what my rows are looking like and what's really, you know, going on. Alright, so we're zoomed back out. I'll scoot you guys here. Alright. So now I'm just going around. And we want this one to match our 3rd row. Oops. Here we go. We want 2 in a row, not 1. Now I'm going to continue this pattern for 40 rows because I am doing the top of a beanie. Since I did 2 rows the same, I'm going to switch it again. So instead of these 2 pegs being red, they're going to be black. And we continue until you reach your desired length. So I'm going to do a couple of rows and hop off of here, and then I will come back and kind of show you what my pattern looks like, how it's going. Yeah, there's no use in watching me sit here and do this forever, because after you do the first 4 rows, it's pretty much repetitive from there. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, I am on my last row. I thought I'd turn this back on, just so you can watch me a little bit more as I finish. I decided to do 95 rows in total for this hat because I wanted it to fit a little bit tighter. I usually do 95 to 100 rows for a tighter fitting beanie, and then if I want a slouchy beanie, I usually do 110 rows. I don't know, I didn't want this to hang over really, so that's what I decided on. I'm still alternating, as you can see. Just 2 pegs of each color, switching every once in a while, and I'm at the end of my row. So, of course I don't have scissors. Oh, actually I do. That is a first. All right. I'm going to take both tails and cut a pretty long thread. Reach up here and get a yarn needle. All right. I'm going to thread both of these bad boys in here. And start taking this thing off the loom. Now I'm super extra cautious when taking this off the loom because I really don't want to lose a stitch. Look at all this crap down here. I'd have to, oh my goodness, it would just be a mess. Is the moral of the story. And I'm too lazy to like cleaning up a mess that I could prevent. You know? Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make a time lapse of me taking this off. And I'll be back with the results. Alright guys, I am back. Just took the last stitch off. And oh my goodness, that looks like a absolute nightmare on the inside. But we got this. I'm just going to pull this tight like I usually do. And oh my goodness, you see right here? I absolutely dropped a stitch at the very beginning. Good thing I caught that. I'm just going to go ahead and fix that real quick. 1, 2 reds. I know I dropped this at the beginning and not the end because it's unraveling from the bottom. So I'm looking for a black one, then 2 reds. And there's where my mistake was, right here. I'm going to crochet this in right there. I'm going to cut a strip of red. If I can relocate my scissors, there they are. Scissors is the one thing I always lose. Alright. I'm just going to tie this. Take my crochet hook and slip it inside. And just pull these 2 tails into the hat. They won't hurt anything on the inside. Now I'm just going to trim what's left sticking out. That's a good catch. Alright. When I pulled this tight, I'm going to close the top like I always do with any other hat. I really like this pattern. Look at that. Alright, coming on the inside now. Pulling this tight. I'm going to trim this because that's a lot to work with right there. Yarn needle. Going on the black yarn here. I'm just going to fold this in. I wanted this one to have a larger brim because I had a lady request a large brim beanie. Who knows why, she just wanted it, so you know, I make what they want. Pull the black through. Go down. Pull it through again. Now I'm just going to pull it super tight to close up this top on the inside. I'm going to take my 2 strands that I used to close off the top of the beanie. Scoot this over so you can see it better. I'm going to take these 2 strands through my yarn needle. And they're going to go in through this hole too, to the inside of the hat. And I'm just going to tie these 3 together really tight. And then I'm going to trim because I'm going to put a pom-pom on top of this, so nobody's going to see the inside of my hat. And here you have it. Here's my plaid big brimmed beanie. I hope that this video helped you and that you get to make so many beautiful plaid creations. Yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy crafting!